What's going on? This is Coach Will Haywood here of Blacksmith Performance. This video, I'm going to take you guys through a full KrumpFit workout and show you how I train to level up specifically in this dance. Now each workout starts off with a short and effective movement prep and one round of Krump. That movement prep is going to get your joints and your body feeling great for the workout, and that round, well, you only have one. Depending on what KrumpFit program you're on, whether you're training 3 or 4 days a week, that's equivalent to 3 or 4 rounds. Now, not to say that you're gonna not lab any other time in the week, but having those scheduled limited rounds is gonna make sure that you're training with focus and intent. That's gonna give you more quality behind that round. That's gonna actually help you develop in this dance. You're also gonna be able to see and identify the progress that you're making from this program with dance. And for the workout itself, it's gonna make sure that your blood's flowing and your heart's pumping to set the pace for the rest of the workout. Let's get into it. Now these workouts here feature cross split supersets. I'm pairing either the anterior or posterior side of the upper body with the anterior or posterior side of the lower body. This is gonna make sure that we're getting good blood flow, just keeping our body healthy and also training the same way we should be dancing with our whole body. Let's get into the first exercise. Now right here, I'm setting up for a prop wall arm slide. Krumpers, we know what props are. There ain't nothing there, but we make it look real. So I've combined a wall sit with a wall arm slide. I love variations of this exercise. Coach Eric Cressy uses this a lot with his MLB players, who are overhand athletes. Krumpers, we're overhand athletes, constantly throwing our arms forward at high velocities with arm swings, whips. So we definitely need to make sure that we keep the shoulders healthy and use exercises to counter that movement, strengthening the rhomboids and the lower traps. Combined with the wall sit here, an isometric exercise, will get us a lot of stability in the lower body and is also definitely challenging our breathing and pace. Whew. Really feel my legs light up on that one, but I love how it feels by my knees. I feel strong, blood flow is happening there, it feels warm, feet feel good, back, feel that good tension just holding my shoulder blades together. Whew. Let's get to the next one. Prop wall arm slides are paired with foot elevated glute bridges. Coach Brett Contreras really popularized this exercise, and awesome coaches program these or variations of them for their athletes. That's because all great athletes have strong hips. I consider the hips to be the engine of movement because the way the human body is designed to generate power from the hips through the body. You'll see this strength and power carry over to movements like your grooves, your rocks, poses, And from hitting the posterior chain and lower body in this way, it'll improve your confidence to move dynamically during battles or sessions. Now pay attention to the contraction when you're doing this movement. I myself could have benefited from having my feet on a lower bench. So I'm loving that one. Legs are feeling pumped, glutes are feeling pumped, especially after that first exercise. This one just fires things up. Again, we're doing it off an apparatus, so great force production here and pretty much mimicking what we're doing, pushing against the earth, creating force and energy when we're doing different travels and movements with our feet. Now with the second pair of exercises, I'm starting off with close grip push-ups. Few details here to keep in mind. I'm on an elevated surface to ensure that my shoulders aren't doing the work or leading the work. My triceps and chest are doing more of that action there. I'm also really making sure that my elbows are perpendicular right at that angle there with the arms. People tend to have their elbows a bit too high up or flared out. Keeping them down in this position really focuses on making sure that the triceps are doing a lot of work, especially the medial head of the tricep. So close grip push-up is a great exercise for a number of reasons. It's a compound movement, so we're getting great force production from the chest and the triceps just on that pushing action. And as well, the close grip variation really ensures that we focus on hitting that medial head of the tricep. That's gonna help build stability around the elbow joint for any movements out here. We wanna feel strong and hold, right? Our jabs, sticks, different arm placements, and as well if you want to get creative with some ground moves, being able to hold and support yourself by having all that strength around your elbow is going to be really important. Now the second exercise in this pairing is the standing alternating Superman. This is an awesome exercise, especially for an athletic dance such as Krump. We're not only hitting muscle groups on this one, but we're creating strength and tension through the back functional line, the fascial tissue responsible for adding momentum and strength to the limbs in this athletic fashion. This is how the human body moves. Now this is not a balance exercise. If you need to hold on to something for support, feel free to do so. And the lower your hip angle, the more challenging you're going to make this exercise. Try a set of 10 to 12 on both sides and tell me you don't feel the strength from this. So that's a great exercise for the functional line. I'm really feeling that through the hamstrings, glutes, lower back, and across going to the upper arm and the upper side of the body. Yeah, the lower back feels great. It's nice and warmed up. Feels good to feel strong in your trunk. That's going to carry over into so much movements in your dance and make you exhibit a lot of power and showcase your power and strength. Now our final pair of exercises, we're starting with the plank tricep extension. Compared to the push-up, which is a compound movement, this is an isolated movement because you're only bending at the elbow joint compared to the push-up where we're bending at the elbow and the shoulder joint. Now don't sleep on this exercise, that doesn't make it any easier. We're really challenging the core as well in this position. And the serratus, muscle that helps stabilize the shoulder. Remember, as overhand athletes, we really want to take care of the health of our shoulders. This is a great exercise for that. Remember to breathe. This is a really great movement here for hitting the triceps, but not only that, we're in a plank-like position, so our core is getting hit, and especially our serratus, the way we're set up. This muscle really helps stabilize the shoulder, and it's going to help with movements such as your arm swings, and also just making sure you feel secure and strong within your arms. Here, I'm going through the foot elevated frog pump, and although it looks similar to the glute bridges, it's not a redundant exercise. With the angle of my feet set to about 45 to 60 degrees, I'm not simply raising my hips, but consciously driving through my heels, allowing me to recruit muscle fibers from behind the legs and top of the hips and lower back. Even though the movement is in the sagittal plane, up and down, this foot position also allows us to develop lateral strength. So the knees and hips, we build stability, improving our physical capabilities to enhance our creativity. Great exercise there, building a lot of stability in the hips and strength in the hips. Again, this exercise develops strength for external rotation, so actually turning or pushing away. That's going to give us great power for different movements and different ways you travel across the room when we're dancing. Completing this workout with a great core exercise and one that's really practical to Krump, shoulder taps. Here we're consciously creating tension from head to toe throughout the body, not simply going through the motions. That's how you're going to reap the benefits from this exercise. In isometric fashion, we're creating tension throughout the whole body, building stability through all the joints, ankles, knees, hips, and shoulders, especially every time we lift the hand up and reach for the opposite shoulder. Finishing off this workout with a core exercise is great. Plus, we really get some shoulder stability in this with this variation. Again, we're overhand athletes with our Krump, constantly moving our arms out and away from the body. So anytime we're encouraging stability is really good for us. That's what we get every time we lift the arm up and tap the opposite shoulder. Remember, for this exercise, you really want to push those contact limbs into the ground to make sure you reinforce those muscles that help keep you stable. Thanks for tuning into this video. If you're interested in seeing how fitness can help develop your Krump, take the KrumpFit application below and I'll get back to you on details on what program is going to suit your needs best.